This formation used to be considered the best in the entire game, and it turns out it's still pretty damn good. So I'm going to be showing you guys the custom tactics and formation that I've been using this weekend. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So guys, I'm about 6 weekend leagues deep right now. We've had 4 20-0s, which is a really good showing to be fair. And I've been using the old meta formation. So you may remember that a few months ago, a new meta was formed. And it was a 3-4-2-1, 5-4-1. It just completely took over foot. But this is still the best fallback formation in the game. It suits the way I play. You can play really direct. It is a 4-3-2-1. I'm going to be showing you guys the best custom tactics for that. Leave a like on the video. Let's hit 200. And subscribe for the best tactics on YouTube. Okay, so this is one of the teams that I have been using, or am going to be using. Don't worry too much about the players. We will speak about what you're looking for in each position with this formation. But let's get into it. So it is a 4-3-2-1. And for those of you that are just bored of this 5-back meta, this is about the only formation that can still compete with these 5- and 3-back meta formations. It's still not quite on their level. However, once you get used to it, if you get good with this formation, it is capable of competing against them. And I don't know about you guys, but I do just prefer, in general, the idea of a 4-back formation. Like, even though the 5 and 3 are definitely better, there's just something about being in a 4-back. I don't know, I feel more traditional. I'm sure some of you get what I mean here. But as you can see, we've got a 4-3-2-1. So we have balanced on the defensive style, keeping the width nice and low. 65 on the depth for me. However, you can alter this depending on how you want to play. To be honest, the 4-3-2-1 isn't really a formation that you're going to want to use to like sit back and defend leads. In my opinion, it's just built for driven passes, attacking through the middle and being direct. So keep that in mind. You can play anywhere though, from 50 to 75, 80 depth. It just depends what you want to do. We've got balanced and then direct passing. This is like the formation where direct passing really is direct passing. Like, you're going to have the 3 strikers all making deep runs in behind. And the R1 driven pass in this formation, you have so many options due to the amount of runners that you have going forward. So direct passing is an absolute must in my opinion. 35 on the attacking width. Like I say, I mean, this formation is very narrow by trade. You've got 3 centre mids, basically 3 strikers, and a 4-back as well. So the only width you're getting is from the full-backs, and there's some important instructions we need on those. But we've got 7 players in the box there, as you can see. Very aggressive. You have centre mids getting involved in the action, and just a lot of players going forward. So I like to have 7 in the box. Corners and free kicks just doesn't matter at all, to be honest with you guys. But as you can see, this is how I line mine up. So obviously the team that I'm going to be using here is not necessarily built for this, but this is an idea of, what you could do. So as you can see, we've got Alphonso Davies, who is absolutely perfect for this setup. If you're thinking of like a fullback that you want playing this role, he is him, because he can defend, but he's so good going forward. And in this formation, your fullbacks are so important to making the formation actually work. They're the only natural width that you're going to have, and they play an important role going up and down the side of the pitch the whole game. So, Frimpong is another one. If I had him at right back, that would be absolutely perfect. But Koundé can't play centre mid. So it is what it is. But in an ideal world, you'd have Frimpong and Alphonso Davies. They're like 2 of the perfect fullbacks for this setup. So just keep that in mind. You can see when it comes to the actual centre mids, I think in this formation it is not one to have like a traditional defensive player. Like someone like a Vieira is just too limited to play in this formation. I think you need 3 centre mids that are all capable going forward and good on the ball. Like I say, the main way that you're playing in this setup is you're getting the ball into your centre mids and then you're playing driven passes into the forwards. So, you know, if you've got someone who's limited on the ball, can't quite turn or make that pass, it's going to really hold you back when it comes to attacking. The way it defends is we alter this with the instructions. We change to a 4-4-2, but I'll explain exactly how to do that in a moment. And then for the 3 forwards, even though you've got like a left and right forward in a way here, they just play as strikers. They're not really, you know, wide forwards at all. It is literally 3 strikers in game. That is how it plays. But yeah, let's get into the instructions. So this is important, very important for how this system is going to work. So on 2 of the forwards, you're going to want stay central, get in behind, and stay forward. What is super important is on 1 of these, you're going to need come back on defense. This is going to make you defend in a 4-4-2 when used with the right instructions on the centre mid. So pay attention here. You've got come back on defence here on the right forward, okay? So if you choose your right forward to come back, that means on your right centre mid, you're going to want to press cover centre on the defensive position. Super important, because essentially what's going to happen is you're going to have Coman, who's going to come back here and defend as a right mid. You're going to have this centre mid, who will be like your right centre mid. And then your actual centre mid is going to be your left centre mid. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, then just let me know. And, you know, I'll try and help you out with that. But that's how it works. So you've got your 2 actual centre mids here. You've got your right mid here. And then Bellingham will go to a left mid. So you're going to defend in a 4-4-2. Which is obviously just a lot better as a defensive shape than a 4-3-2-1 is. So that is how that works. Hopefully it does make sense. And then the most important instruction in this whole thing is this overlapping fullback. So you need this. If you have these on stay back, this formation is just not going to click the same. You want balanced and also overlap. So your fullbacks are probably like the most important player in this whole setup. They're going to be up and down the line all game, offering that wide support, because if you have no width, you're going to really struggle, especially on this FIFA. So that is the thinking behind that. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this. If you have any questions, I'm available. You know, hit me up in the comments down below. I'd appreciate if you did subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said earlier, best custom tactics on YouTube for sure. But leave a like on the video. Let's hit 200, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck in your foot champs, and peace.